Welcome to tonight's call. For those of you that are brand new or have never been on this call, I would love if you would just maybe drop an emoji inside the chat so we can see who we have here that hasn't been on. I know I see a lot of familiar faces, so it's lovely to see you all again. And excited to see if we have some new people, which is wonderful. Oh, hello, Wendy. Awesome. We'll kick off in we have some newbies. Wonderful. We'll kick off in just a moment. Let me just mute everyone. Cool. As they all jump on, can you all mute? So why don't we ask, where are you all calling in from? Where around the world? Chicago, Berlin. We're just in Germany. Charlotte, Sweden. Wonderful. Ontario, Canada. Great. Vancouver. Wonderful. Naples. Awesome. Was anyone at the Germany event with us? Is anyone on the call that was at the Germany event? How amazing that was. Is anyone here that is on the Polish event? It's only just finished, so you're probably not. We've only just wrapped it up. Awesome. All right, let's kick off, hey, and jump into what it is that we are talking about today. So feel free to ask me some questions inside of here, inside of the chat there, and I will do my best to answer them. Or we have some incredible people in our community that will also do their best to answer them for any questions that might come up for you. Tonight, we're going to go into Lumivitae, what this incredible company is, give you a little bit of a high-level background around how it came to be and why we are on this mission to really revolutionize health and well-being, to really revolutionize, people to truly live in their light. Lumivitae means light of life. And our real vision here is to create more lit up people, whether it is people that are lit up because they now have amazing tools to health and wellness, or lit up because they have access to an incredible supportive community that just love on them and, are like-minded, or whether they light up because they now have the financial resources to do the things they really want to do on the planet, to not have to be stressed and worried about in that space. And so, yeah, this is really why we are called Lumivitae. One moment, I think Kerry Drinkwine is at my door. Okay. I think she's at my door. 1 second, I have to go open my door. Hi. I thought I heard you knocking.
I didn't know if you needed me.
There we go. You can move in there.
We've just said goodbye to the Polish team.
Here is beautiful Kerry Drinkwine, one of our incredible health practitioners and one of our incredible top leaders that we have here at Lumivitae. And yeah, excited to have you here. How's it been in Poland? First time in Poland?
First time. Pleasantly surprised. It's beautiful. And we had a really magical event today and so many lovely people.
Yeah, do you know what has been so overwhelming at all of the events that we've recently been to all over the world is just how beautiful all the people are. Like how incredibly excited they are about Lumivitae. Like that has been literally overflowing how excited these people are. We just had with the Polish team and this whole team, and they're like, just like
it was like 110 people that gathered, and they just started planning 2 weeks ago.
Yeah. And so they're very pumped with that. And now obviously our German people, for those of you that were part of the German event, how beautiful that was. But let's kick right off into the presentation, shall we? A little bit. Is that the right one? I've got so many. I've been presenting so much lately. Okay. Can you see my screen? Yeah, we're good. Good. So Lumivitae, as I was saying, as Kerry was knocking on my door, Lumivitae, light of life. This is what it means. For those of you that don't know me, for those of you that were brand new on here, my name is Taryn Lee. I am the co-founder and CEO of Lumivitae. I have been on a mission to really create what I think is the ultimate new way to build a company, the ultimate way to create freedom. And Lumivite is I think everything that I have learned over my extensive career inside of this industry, plucking the best, getting rid of the things that we don't want, and really bringing it to this company. Everything that I used to think, that, we've gotten rid of that, and everything that I loved about it. I loved, the connecting with people, the helping people, the community, creating something that we can all be really proud of, creating something where we can look back and be like, you know what? I came to this planet and I did something that mattered. We helped humanity, we helped other people, we loved on people. And so this is what I really want to create with Lumivite. And again, that is why it's called Light of Life, because I'm sure we've all seen these people that are so lit up in the world. And wouldn't the world be such a more beautiful, harmonious place if people were operating from that space? If people were operating from the space of being lit up from the inside out, where they were not trapped with dis-ease or discomfort or lack of balance, if they were really in abundance, if they were really in community, if they were really in tribe. And so this is what Lumivite is really about. And so, and I've also got Miss Kerry Drinkwine. I didn't realize that was going to be in the next slide, but she will also be here. One of the things that has been really important to me and the entire community of Lumi has been creating incredible education. And Kerry is, she's just so talented at educating and training people. And so we're very, very blessed to have somebody like Kerry Drinkwine. She's going to pop in a little bit later and tell you a little bit about our incredible bottle, as well as molecular hydrogen, and why it's so incredible for your body. So buckle up for when she jumps on again in a moment. I'll let you get back to whatever you're doing. Okay. So we are really here, really creating this new way. And as I said, it's creating this revolution, this revolution of new science and technology fused by ancient wisdom. You'll see a little bit more about that with our incredible creator, or the creator of our products, Nuno Nina. But really this revolution of how we're creating this next evolution of the human experience. Like, how incredible would that be, to be able to be part of something so forward thinking in terms of the way that they're wanting to look at health, and really empower you inside your health, to look at wealth and really empower you inside of that, to look at whatever it is that's holding you back and really empower you in that space. And so that is what we're really creating here. When we talk about creating a revolution, it's really creating a community of really empowered people. It has been really my greatest honor to be able to work with Nuno Nina. And today, for example, while we're there and I'm getting to witness his genius again, I completely am in awe of how incredible this man is. For those of you that don't know who Nuno Nina is, he's got a background, in mathematics and biochemistry and all of these things. But the one thing that Nuno has that is a little bit different to most people, probably almost all people, is that he has the ability to see frequency. Now, what does that mean if you can see frequency? So even when he looks at you, even if he was on this Zoom call and he was looking at you, he has the ability to see, as he explains it to me, basically different colors that are coming from people. So he can see those different colors and how they're interacting. And if a color, for example, is really deep, say closer to the body and goes lighter, it means something, compared to if it's deep on the outside and comes lighter into the body, it means something else. And the different colors mean something. So if it's orange, it means something. If it's blue, it means something. So he has the ability, that's how he sees the world. Now, I've often said this is such an incredible gift to be able to see this. But I remember sitting in a cafe once with him and he was like, I know you think it's this incredible gift. And it is in many ways an incredible gift to be able to see this. But as we were sitting in that cafe, he said to me, the thing is though, I can also see their pain, their illness, their discomfort, where they are deeply sad. I can see where they might be about to get cancer, or where they are you know, where they're on a track to go down a certain path to some kind of disease they don't want to have. He's like, I can see that in everyone. And that is the reason why he created these clinics. He created these clinics in which he has seen 70,000 people inside of these clinics to really be able to help people. Because he's even says, he's like, to be honest, it's quite selfish because I just don't want to see people in pain. It's too painful to see it. I want to be able to help people with tools, with, you know, different incredible inventions. I mean, he loves inventing things because, again, he can see the frequency of things. So he loves even inventing things, but he's like, I just really want people to be free of this pain, to be free of this disease, to be free of this comfort, you know, discomfort, to be living in harmony. And so that's another real gift that Nuno Nina has. So not only can he see the frequency inside of us, but he can see the frequency that is happening with nature. And so for him, he's like, my greatest teacher is nature. That's what I go to. You know, he's like, when I'm looking at how can we get the terrain of this body into a better state, I'm looking at how does nature do that? How do we optimize that in nature? And then how do we bring that to your body? And so that's really the way that Nuno Nina takes a lot of his mythologies. Now, a lot of his stuff, you know, we pair it with clinical science, and we have some incredible, you know, clinical scientists that are working with us. Dr. Tyler LeBaron, just to name one of them. If you know anything about molecular hydrogen, you will know he is the guru go-to about molecular hydrogen in the clinical hydrogen space. But Nuno, because he has this gift, he also sees some things that he says sometimes it does contrast to what science would say. Now, I'll give you an example. You know, science says that if you were to draw the model of a bumblebee, it is not aerodynamic, its wings can't handle its weight, it technically shouldn't be able to fly, according to science, right? According to physics, bumblebees should not be able to fly. But I'm pretty sure we've all seen bumblebees fly, right? Yeah, we've all seen them. So there's something there where it's kind of defying science. Science says it shouldn't happen. And yet we've all seen bumblebees fly. So that's what we're explaining, when sometimes there's just something that maybe can't be exactly explained through science, but it can be explained through nature. And, you know, obviously Mother Nature is our greatest teacher, has the most incredible ancient wisdom for us to be able to tap into. And that's exactly what Nuno really taps into. So it has been an incredible journey that has only just started. I'm going to show you our timeline as a company in a moment, but Nuno Nina and I met around September 2022, even though we'd actually been in the same company working together for over 4 years and going to the same conferences and somehow never meeting. Our paths never crossed in that whole time that we worked in this same company. But then it was on this fateful morning that I woke up. It was in Madrid in September 2022. I woke up with this actually terrible feeling. And I woke up feeling like the path I'm on is not the path I'm meant to be on. And I could just deeply, deeply feel it. And I remember, you know, waking up and walking around Madrid and feeling literally heartbroken because I built this enormous organization. I built this enormous, incredible wealth. I built this like incredible team, this incredible tribe. And I just knew deep in my soul, I was like, something's not right. Anyway, I walk into, you know, one of our conventions, and I see over the back this gentleman standing in black, as he always is. And I thought, oh, finally, Nuno. And I thought to myself, you know what? He's the man all about frequencies. He knows all this stuff. He's this genius I've been waiting to meet. I'm going to jump over there, and he's going to help me fall back in love with my project. Anyway, I tap him on the shoulder. He turns around. He looks at me, and for 15 seconds, it's kind of a little awkward. And then all of a sudden he says to me, oh, it's you. You're the one. He hands me his phone. He says, put your number in there. We need to talk. Okay. So I think, okay, cool. I'm the one that lives in Lisbon too, I guess. I don't know what he meant with that. I've later now found out that what he meant when he says that, when he said that, is he said, you know, you're the one that has the path to be able to help me get my products out to the world. You were the one. He saw in that 15 seconds, he was like, I saw who you are and the potential of what it would be in us creating this. And that's what it has been. It has been like the most phenomenal journey in really creating Lumavitae. we both deeply love freedom in different ways, but we really are both here on this mission to really light up the world, to create a future where technology and wellness really evolve together, guided by nature, by the universal principles of nature, with the desire to really create the ultimate human experience. And so that is why I believe Lumavitae is here. I also deeply believe that is why I am on the planet. I am on the planet to help bring this to life. Okay, so our very, very first project was, or is, these incredible liquid light bottles, these here. And I'm sure if you're brand new to this space, your person who's invited you to this space has probably been chewing your ear off about how amazing these bottles are. This really is a fusion of hydrogen and frequencies and gravity, actually creating ancient water. So Nuno actually was using molecular hydrogen in his clinics for over 20 years. And it was, when I very first, because Nuno is known in the industry as like the frequency man, the man that knows and does all the frequency stuff. So when I very first met Nuno, I really wanted to understand about frequency. But when I got to his clinic, he was like, I'll teach you all the things about frequency, but you nearly need molecular hydrogen. Unless that is in your body, unless you have this foundation of molecular hydrogen in your body, putting frequencies in doesn't matter. Putting supplements in doesn't matter. It's like molecular hydrogen is really this pathway to really the communication in your body. And it's in water. Right? The thing that the essence of life, right? We need this. After air, this is our number one thing that we need after air. It's like most people are chronically dehydrated. Water carries the mysteries and the secrets. It carries all of the information. It's like most people are not getting enough water. And so to be able to have, obviously diffused hydrogen inside of water, it really is like killing two birds with one stone. We're helping people come out of a dehydrated state, plus also infusing them with more hydrogen. And you're going to hear from Kerry in a moment about how incredible hydrogen is. In the very beginning, when Nuno was talking about hydrogen, molecular hydrogen, and all I wanted to learn was frequencies, I remember thinking, but if it's so good, why does nobody really talk about molecular hydrogen? I've got a background in science and medicine, and I thought to myself, I just knew it was the first one on the periodic table. Like, what is so special about hydrogen? But then as we started diving deep into it, and Kerry's about to do that with you, as we started diving deep into it, I just kept thinking to myself, I cannot believe that this is not out in the world. I cannot believe that molecular hydrogen is not completely mainstream. Then I did a little bit research and realized, well, the reason I guess it's really not is because, well, big companies and pharmaceutical companies can't patent it. So there's not a lot of point. But we found a way to really create something magical with it in our, creating really ancient, beautiful ancient waters. So we're going to dive into our bottle in a little second, but I kind of also wanted to give you an overview of all of Lumavitae. So you'll hear about the bottle in a moment. Kerry does an amazing job at doing that. But I wanted to tell you a little bit more about Lumavitae, because we are certainly more than just a bottle. Even though our bottle is incredible, right? We have the best bottle in the world. So even though it's incredible, we have this entire, 4 different arms, if you like, of our business: our retail and commercial, our medical and wellness, our education and training, and our partner products and opportunity. If you're sitting on this call, most likely what you're interested in is probably the bottle, but also the partner products and opportunity. Now, what's really exciting about how we've created this business to really be a completely different new way is that our partners, especially our partners in the very beginning of our business, really have a way to leverage all these other different areas of our business. So I'll dive into that a little bit later, exactly how that is. But I just want you to understand that we really do have a big umbrella of what's happening inside of our Lumavitae world. Oh, molecular hydrogen has just jumped up here. Would you like to do some on molecular hydrogen here?
Oh, sure.
There you go.
We can roll with it. All right. So molecular hydrogen, I mean, really, that's probably the reason you're all on this call, but it has so many benefits in the human body. And one of the most foundational things to really understand about molecular hydrogen is it's essentially native to the body. And it's the beginning of creation of everything. It's 99% of the sun is hydrogen. Our body, water has hydrogen. So why would we need molecular hydrogen? Well, molecular hydrogen, the difference is that it's H2 gas. It's a higher level of concentrated hydrogen in order to invoke a larger impact and faster repair, essentially. So here are some of the benefits overall. Anti-allergic effects, anti-inflammatory effects, anti-cellular death, or also known as apoptosis, anti-aging effects. It deeply supports the immune system function. I actually did a presentation on that today on autoimmune and overall immune function and how it downregulates something called NFKB and upregulates something called NRF2 pathway, which is essentially the pathway of the cell that allows the cell to repair itself. So I won't get too deep into that science, but all of this list is not just some propaganda or some really fancy claim. This is all scientific research. And overall, what we see is that oxidation is where we see accelerated stress in the cell, damage, and aging. We all have oxidative stress from working too much, from being behind screens too much, from not being in the sunlight, from having toxic food or chemicals. And we start to age and damage our cells if we don't have enough reduction. And reduction is the key to balance in life. It's this balance between oxidation and reduction. I would say that it's safe to say in modern times, we have about 80% oxidation and maybe 20% reduction happening. And so we need to create the balance here. And that's what hydrogen does. It improves the redox status of the cell, which means the cell is able to reduce the oxidation. It also has anti-diabetic effects, and this has been based on clinical research of type 2 diabetes, of what they've seen repair in the liver and the blood sugar levels. It improves cognitive function overall. So many people say, I feel like I'm not searching for words, or I feel brighter and more clear and less fatigue. Overall protects DNA and RNA. And this is the part of what we call epigenetics that helps with healthy gene expression. So we all have genetics. We all have things that can express healthy or unhealthy. And it's all about the environment that surrounds the cell. So hydrogen really approaches the environment around the cell. And that is why the byproduct is that when the environment around the cell is healthy, then we see a healthy expression. It also helps protect us from radiation. It helps the mitochondria, which is the energy of our cell or the powerhouse or the power plant, whatever you want to call it. But without energy in the mitochondria, all cellular function declines. So it's really going into the source and correcting the source. And then it increases what's called mitochondrial biogenesis. So this is the mitochondria, the ability to birth new mitochondria and repair itself. So pretty phenomenal.
Nice. Learn a bit about molecular hydrogen, how cool it is. Okay, well, this
Go
is
right into the bottle.
that's
I'll just do the
that's
thing.
you again.
Okay. All right. So this is cell power. If you can see it in my hand. Also, we have this beautiful graphite on the screen. Actually, I love the gold, but I'm really liking the graphite a lot. From top to bottom, this is a device. And so I want to just share that there is a lot of molecular hydrogen in the industry. It has become an industry. And I think it's really important to explain why we're different. So, number one, the reason why molecular hydrogen is taking such a big stage, essentially, in the health industry is because of all of the scientific research that's been conducted over the past 30, 40, 50 years, and now is becoming this really prevalent and dominant resource for regenerative health and regenerative medicine. It's showing that it has nothing but regenerative effects. And so far, there are 0 side effects to molecular hydrogen. So people are catching wind of this, and there's a lot of people just having some factory in China make them a bottle, make them something cheap. They don't know anything about hydrogen. They don't care about the quality of products. They aren't actually even making their product. They're outsourcing every part of the process. So if you are to look up molecular hydrogen bottle right now, you'll find no less than probably 100 different bottles ranging from $10 to $500. And so we are here to tell you why we are different, why we are the elite, and why you should only buy this device. And I actually say that with the utmost confidence. So number one is Pneunonina. Nuno Nina is the creator of this device. He's a genius. He's studied and worked clinically with molecular hydrogen for decades. So this has been clinically researched, and this bottle has actually been in motion, essentially the prototype of this bottle since 2017. And it has loads of clinical research from something called a bioenergetic terrain analysis. So Nuno would actually examine the terrain of his patients through blood, urine, and saliva and see how they were repairing based on the use of molecular hydrogen rich water. So this is clinically studied. It's created by somebody that understands hydrogen, and every single part of this bottle was crafted by Nuno. It was custom designed and created within our own factory. So we control every part of the process. There's no outsourcing, there's no cheap byproducts or plastic junk in here that's going to create harm in the body. And that's the biggest thing, is most of these bottles that are out there are leaching heavy metals, microplastics, creating other contaminants in the process. And I'll get into that in a moment. But this is why you want to be careful what type of bottle you purchase. So let's start with the lid. We have 3 unique frequencies in the lid. We have energy, recovery, and lumivitae. Energy is the natural process of the body in the morning. You actually should wake up with energy because our body is more in oxidation. This is also in accordance to Chinese medicine. It's the yin and the yang of the body. So in the morning, we recommend to run the energy cycle just for 3 minutes because we're naturally in that more energetic oxidative state. The next one is called recovery. And this is what I've been talking about the reduction of stress, the reduction of oxidation. You should run this in the afternoon or in the evening after you've had a long day, you've processed a lot of information. Our body needs more recovery or reduction. So we recommend this afternoon and evening for 6 minutes. And the third cycle is lumivitae, which means light of life. It's essentially mimicking the byproduct of how sunlight affects plants. So essentially photosynthesis. And the way that sun affects plants is it creates something called fourth phase water. And I won't get into all that, but if you've heard of Gerald Pollack and you've heard of Ling's work, you're going to learn that essentially what happens is water has this higher energetic potential in this fourth phase. And when it goes into the body, water loves what's called hydrophilic surfaces, which is water loving surfaces. And it essentially increases the electric potential of the water and then increases the electric potential of the cell. So that was a lot of science, but those are the 3 frequencies. And so really the concept here is that the water is essentially containing information that it's being informed of. It's being informed by the frequencies. Now, modern day science does not consider frequencies to be scientific yet, but there's plenty of research out there showing that frequencies affect the body, or what you would actually, Nuno would prefer to call it, is a wavelength. So these are wavelengths that are informing the water to behave in a certain way. Next is the hydrogen-rich 3-phase formula. This is what's different than anybody else. So we have molecular hydrogen being produced. In order to produce hydrogen, you actually need to go through a process called electrolysis. And electrolysis, very simply put, is creating a low, in our bottle, a low electrical charge to create a biochemical change. So what's happening is a little bit of electricity in this water to separate the hydrogen from the oxygen. The hydrogen goes to the cathode, the oxygen goes to the anode. And in this separation, there's a membrane in between. Okay, this is called the proton exchange membrane, which you'll see here says specially designed PEM membrane and plates. The membrane is exactly what it says, proton exchange membrane. Hydrogen ions are considered protons. So what's happening in this electrolysis process is separation happens, and then only the hydrogen ions get through this membrane. It's very specifically designed to only let the hydrogen ions through. There are other byproducts that are produced in electrolysis. And this is another reason why our bottle is different. Those byproducts are often in the water in all of these other bottles. Like, I won't even go into the list, but there's a lot. You can produce chlorine gas and a bunch of other byproducts. In the bottom of our bottle, we actually have what's called, on the very bottom, you see here, a dual chamber electrolysis reservoir. And I don't know if you can see this, but the bottom of my bottle has a little light shining on it. And that is this little dual chamber. So anything excess that's produced is being released through the bottom of this bottle. The gases are being released, and only pure hydrogen is making it through. And what happens once the hydrogen ions make it through is it teams up with the electrons in the water and makes hydrogen-rich water. So this is really, really beautiful because now we have hydration and we have excess hydrogen happening, which penetrates every cell and starts to create the balance in the homeostasis inside of the cell. And then very last but not least, we have a magnetic ring in the base, which mimics the magnetic field of the earth. Now, this goes back to Nuno Nina's love of Chinese medicine. And in Chinese medicine, they consider the earth to have a vital energy or a vital force. And so by mimicking the magnetic field of the earth, we're essentially, the concept is informing the water to have more vitality and life force within you. So the concept was to create the universe in a bottle, to bring ancient water from the past to the present moment with futuristic science. And so essentially that's our bottle. And the last thing I want to explain is this three-phase formula. What's also different about any other bottle is that the pH does not change. So many of you may have heard of alkaline water and think it's great, it's amazing, and it's actually not. Our gut cannot have alkaline water. And so alkaline water was really birthed through the process of trying to create molecular hydrogen. And in the process of trying to create molecular hydrogen, they couldn't maintain the pH of the water, and therefore the water raised its pH and became alkaline. And this is how alkaline water got its claim to fame. But it's actually the hydrogen that is therapeutic. So what you get in our bottle is the pH of the water you put in is the pH of the water you get out. So I recommend 4.2 to 6.8, or at least below a 7, somewhere in that range. Slightly acidic water is great. And if you put a 6 in, you get. The other byproducts of our water is ORP, which is oxidation reduction potential, and ours is -600 to -400. What does that mean to you? It just means that the water has a reducing effect, the ability to reduce oxidation. That's important, that we don't have an oxidizing effect. And it is in this ratio, clinically studied, there was the high benefits of the hydrogen inside the body. And then last but not least is called R82. And this is all about the electrolytes in the bottle or in the water and the amount of electrons that are present, and our result of our process an electron of less to the RH2 factor. And this is the ability to really manage this oxidation reduction potential. So we have this three-phase formula that's very special that nobody else is talking about, nobody's clinically researched, that nobody's tested on clients or patients. And ours is really showing that Nuno saw in this ratio that it had the most promising outcome in the human body.
Nice work. Did you learn some more about the amazing bottle from the incredible Kerry Drinkfine? It's a lot of talking. We've had to do a lot of talking.
We've had a lot of talking. It's like a third presentation.
Yeah. Awesome. Okay. So some of the things that I guess, I'm not sure if you went through this, but some of the things that are a little bit different about us is obviously handcrafted from Nuno Nina. It's not a white label product that was just found on Alibaba or anything like that. 20 years clinical experience, it's really being crafted from Nuno's real clinical work. We own all the factories in which all of our products are made. So that has been a real key part of us being able to really look after every part of the process with really getting the best quality bottle that we can. The highest purity PMM, non-toxic materials. Obviously, we've got the frequencies and magnets. I need to change the spelling on that. And 7 years stress tested, as well as we have a 2-year warranty, a 21-day money back, and full community support. This is the best thing, right? Not only do you get this incredible bottle, but if you want to learn more about molecular hydrogen, you have incredible people to be able to tap into. If you want to learn more about so many things, we're just in the middle right now of this wonderful 88-day game plan where all of this talent that we have in this community is dropping in so much wisdom. You're able to literally just tap into that because you got this. Like, it's really so beautiful to be able to access all of the kinds of information that we have inside of here, as well as this incredible, amazing tool. Oh yeah, and we've been certified, which is lovely, which essentially just says we do the things it does the things we say it does. This is a third-party testing. It's quite a rigorous testing to go through to be able to get this. And so it just means there's no nasties in there, and we are producing the therapeutic molecular hydrogen that we say that we are. Okay, that's a little bit about the bottle. And Kerry did an amazing job in telling us all about the bottle. And oh, she forgot the chromotherapy. Also has chromotherapy. She just whispered to me. Okay, but as I told you, there is so much more to this than I don't want to say just the bottle, because the bottle is so much as it is, but there is so much more to this as well. As I said in the beginning of this presentation, when Nuno and I met, we really realized, oh my gosh, there's something here. We've really got to make some magic with this. When we sat down to create this company, we both sat there and said, well, what's your highest value? Because at the end of the day, it's your values that end up being woven into whatever it is that you're creating. And so we sat there and said, and he said, well, freedom. And then I said, well, freedom for me too, in slightly different ways. As I was telling you about, sitting in that cafe, and he's like, I can see all that inside of people, and I kind of just want to free them of that. There are so many tools which allow you to actually have a thriving body, to have a thriving experience on the planet. And I want people to be able to have those tools. And so from his perspective, he's like, I just want people to be really free of anything that's really trapping them. So anything within their body. Now, I don't tell this story often, but I will tonight. Actually, that also came about because his son didn't speak for a long time. And Nuno wanted to find a way to help his child be able to connect and communicate with the family. And so that was one of the first tools that he created, was to be able to help his own son that just didn't speak, to be able to speak, to be able to express himself, to be able to, to connect with the family. And so that was actually his first thing that he created, because he was like, my son is trapped inside of this human body and he doesn't know how to get out of there. And so that's actually how he became so passionate about helping people become free. And then on the other side, for me, I've been so passionate about, really believing that if we want to make a change on this planet, like, we didn't come here just to, well, I feel like we didn't come here just to do nothing. We came here, to be able to create something, whatever it is for you, whatever lights you up. I think, like, if we're able to really tap into that, into every single person, whatever is lighting that up, whether it be you're an amazing mother and you've got more time to spend with your children and teach your children, or maybe you're an artist, or maybe, you want to build another kind of company, or, whatever it is. Maybe you're a healer and you want to help heal more people and use those gifts. We've all seen those people when they're lit up, because you can tell, like, they love it so much that there is this other essence of joy that comes out. And I really believe that for us to really make a beautiful impact on the planet is for more people to be living in that state of joy, for more people to be living in that state of light, for more people to be living what they truly are here to do, not just to, go to clock in at 9 and finish at 5 and do that for 40 years and, like, live on this hamster wheel. We were here to have an experience. And, like, what better experience than to help other people also have this incredible experience? As I spoke today, actually, at the Polish event, and I asked them to express their vision, every single one of them, because I was standing at the top of the room, every single one of them, they were touching their hearts every single time. And I was looking and I thought, wow, they either had their hand there or they're touching their hearts when they're expressing themselves about their vision. And I was like, the more people we have living in that space, the more beautiful this planet is going to be. So our purpose, that was a very long story in telling you the purpose is freedom. And how we're really going to do that is through our vision. And our vision is to light up the world. So just as the name suggests, Lumi Vitae, light of life, We are really wanting to create the ultimate human experience for everyone, whatever that might be for you. And, you know, another great example that we've just had over the last couple of days, we were just in Germany, and the German team put on this completely different event in nature by the river. You know, people were barefoot. We were dancing around a little campfire barefoot. And that's like their expression of how they wanted to express this business. And then we came to Poland, and we have a cocktail party, and everyone's dressed up glamorously. And then we have a sound healing, and they've got incredible water art everywhere. It was phenomenal, but it was a different expression about how they wanted to express this business. And the people that were creating that, you could see the joy in their faces as they were creating these experiences for people, because it's what really resonated with them. And that's what I love about this too. You can create this, you can build this, you can do this in any way that feels like phenomenal for you, in any way that really resonates with you. And we celebrate that too. You know, we celebrate the differences, we celebrate the different ways that people want to create. So how are we really going to do this? Because it's a pretty big mission to go out there and light up the world. But how are we going to do this? Well, we're going to create, and we're on this mission already. We're already creating the next evolution in technology and wellness. And you'll see that this is just a sample of things to come. You know, Nuno Nina's really taken this bottle and taken it to a whole nother level. You know, it doesn't just have molecular hydrogen. It's literally a mini planet in a bottle. The sun at the top, the earth down the bottom, and there's incredible hydrogen in the middle. So we really are creating this next evolution of products. And then you sharing those products enable you to create freedom in a different way. You know, you sharing those enables you to really create your own abundance, create your own community, create your own tribe as you're doing that as well. Because it really is also a co-creation, you know, as everything is, right? You know, this is this beautiful company. And one of the things I really wanted to be really as a real pillar inside of this company is to really be creating with each other, to really be supporting with each other, and to really, you know, even from the beginning, you know, not it being like Nuno and I own this company. It's we all are part of this company. We all are in the co-creation of this company. We want your feedback. We want to build the company for the people. We want to build what people want to belong to. And so, of course, over this time, we're going to be on a constant course of you know, correction and making sure that we're really creating what it is that our community really want, because it is you that we're building it with and who we're building it for. And so you are the center of what it is that we're really creating this around. And obviously, as we do that, we really create this incredible, incredible revolution. All right. So I'm going to, that's our purpose and our vision and our mission, and why we're really here. And I want to really cement that into, they aren't just words, right? This vision and mission and purpose that we have, and we feel so deeply feel, is not just a nice slogan to have on some marketing or something we slap up on in the office because everyone needs a vision or a mission statement. This is really how we've created the business. It's really interwoven through every aspect of it. You can see here, these are the different pillars that we have within inside Lumivitae. So if I just go through the different ones, we've got Harmony, which is really our wellness products, Luminous, which is our beauty products, Enhance, which is our performance products, Elevate, which is our education, and Abundance, which is our opportunity. Now, these again are not just categories, they're not just nice words for us to have. We've woven our purpose, our vision, and our mission into every single one of these pillars. They really embody freedom. They really embody how we light up the world. They really embody how we create the ultimate human experience. So this is really how we're creating those products. And the best thing about these, Nuno Nina has been using these products inside of his clinic. With those 70,000 people, he's been guided with that. It's not because the latest fad of something that's out there and we thought, oh, well, we better go sell that because everyone's talking about it now. No, it's what he uses in clinic. It's what he sees results with. You know, it's the different tools, whether they're, you know, devices that he creates, whether it's supplements that he uses, whether it's protocols that he's creating, whatever it is, he's using those in clinic and bringing them into our homes. Now, just to give you a little example, I mean, I won't read through these too much because I know we're slipping out of time here, and I want to make sure we get through all of this. So just like, for Harmony, for example, the purpose is really to offer freedom from imbalances and disease. Harmony products support a state of holistic health that allows for a fully engaged and vibrant life. The vision: light up the world with the principles of balance and harmony, demonstrating how a life in tune with nature's rhythms leads to the ultimate human experience. So you can see we've really, and through every single one of these, we've really woven the real, the purpose, the vision, and the mission of what it is we're creating, because that is what we're creating. This is what we're doing. Those, as I said, they're not just words. They're not just nice to have things that we put inside of there. So these are really our 5 pillars. And again, when we're creating our products, we ask these questions. Does this product embody Lumavitae's core purpose of freedom, and how? In what way does this product contribute to lighting up the world and enhancing the human experience? We ask ourselves these questions, when we're bringing these as well. And now I just want to be a little bit sneaky and give you a little sneak peek at a couple of things that we have coming out next. So our next in our Harmony range, we have them actually in all the different categories, but I've only shared this so far. So the next in the Harmony range is a new product that works with the frequencies in the bottle. So that's going to be phenomenal. And this one, the next one, and this is I'm really excited about because I just can't wait to use it myself, because it doesn't exist on the planet. No one has created this but Nuno, so it is so phenomenal. So if you love Chinese medicine, it's the elements of Chinese medicine in a beautiful new technology. You're able to really scan where you're at in terms of your own element. You're able to see what's out of balance. You're able to see what's in harmony. You're able to see where you're at every single sort of, and then we customize supplement programs for you as your, to bring you back into balance. So if your metal's out, then we bring you back into balance that way, and you can customize that. So each and every month you can scan yourself, and then your new order of supplements will come through, and it's based on where you're at right now, what you need right now in your body. So it's phenomenal. And I probably have said way too much because that's the first time I've told you in depth. For those of you, I know, Nicole, you were just about having a heart attack. Okay. My metal is screaming yes. I'm a metal. My metal is screaming yes. So a new way, creating this new way with these phenomenal, incredible products, some of which no one has ever seen before. These are things that Nuno has tinkered around with and used inside of his clinic, and that we have been really, over the last couple of months, really been like, I've been really blown away with what's about to come out. All right, so that's a little bit about that. But again, to come back to the bigger picture, and I really wanted to share this with you because I want you to understand how, you'll be sitting here as a partner of the products and the opportunity, but I want you to understand the bigger breadth of all of this, because this is not just a couple of products that we're going to be sharing with the world through an affiliate program. Yes, that's awesome. Yes, that's cool because everyone gets to participate in that. But we're also creating retail and commercial arms of things, medical and wellness clinics, training and education, and all of our people, all of our partners get to leverage all of those different areas, and not just leverage in all of those different areas, you actually get paid out through them. So through our commercial lines, you'll be paid out in your lineage. Lineage in our world means your team, your community that you're building inside of here, as well as the wellness clinics getting paid out through the lineage, as well as education and training getting paid out through the lineage. And of course, our partner products like our incredible water and incredible new tools that'll be coming out very shortly for all of you to get super excited about. We have a true shared abundance. I really created it. Look, for those of you that are into the whole, like the Aquarius, age of Aquarius, I'm an Aquarian, and we're very much about how do we help the collective rise. In fact, how do you help the collective rise through technology and futuristic ways of doing business? And it's probably no surprise that that's what is woven throughout this entire business. We want the collective to have shared abundance. We want the collective to be thriving. It's not that fun if you're just the only one that's got lots of abundance. It's far more fun if everyone else is in there, got their cup completely overfilled. And so we have some other incredible things. I mean, we have a whole entire compensation plan that I'm not going to go through tonight. You can go back to the person who shared this with you. We have some phenomenal videos if you're really wanting to learn, deeply how our compensation plan works. It's very nice. It's very simple. You don't need a mathematical degree and do double flips or anything to understand it. It's very straightforward. But this is something I will share with you. This is one of the ways that you get paid in multiple ways inside of our plan. Because I wanted to share this with you because it's a way in which all of our brand partners, so all of the partners, you guys sitting here on this webinar tonight, get to profit in all current and future projects. And that doesn't just mean the products that we sell through our brand partners. It means everything. Commercial, our wellness, everything. We have some of the most amazing people that are wanting to work with Nuno. There's so much incredible things that are happening and you're able to tap into that. So this is not through the program, it's everything that we put underneath the Lumavite umbrella that our community are able to tap into. Just to give you a little taster of what that looks like, when the company hits 100 million, it's about 8K a month just in this, right? Tapping into that per share. And you're able to own multiple shares, by the way, inside of the monthly share pool. When we hit 83 monthly. So that just gives you some kind of idea of what that looks like. To give you context, the last two companies that I worked in, right? Company one, we did $1 billion in 4 years. So you can see how long it kind of takes for companies to do this, right? And then you had one product. The last company I was with, they did 10 million in their first year. They did 100 million in their second year. So you can see the kind of trajectory that we will be on inside of here. I'm not going to go through that because we don't have time. But the person who loved you enough to share this with you, she'll do that. So where are we now? And where are we going? So we just looked into just our pre-launch phase on November 7. So Nuno Nina's birthday, we did that, was epic. Officially launching on July 7th. So the head office part, or the hub, if you like, of Lumavite, its back office and all these incredible things, that's launching on July 7. So phenomenal, right? If you're in this before the company, as we then into the different markets which we start to launch. So our first pre-launch market is the United States and Canada. So that will be our first pre-launch market for all of you. If you're in those markets, or if you are connected to anyone in those markets, definitely want to be part of that. Oh, I didn't realize I had that still in here. So you can see here, we've got our Inklemind kickoff event. I'll tell you a little bit more about that in a moment. And then, what we've got planned for part of the pre-launch in the USA. To date, I think it's closer to 7,000 affiliates now. And this is where we're to be. When I did this plan for Lumavite, I had mapped out that we would probably do 10 million. In fact, I got that incredible stretch for us to be able to do. But that's, I'm all about thinking big and dreaming big. So that's what I put in there. With our current growth rates, we're expected to do in the realm of 20 million. So we have incredibly, and I know it's because of the magnet of what it is that it's because people ever who are showing up in this space. And yeah, there's something happening here, and I'm sure it's because we've got all of these amazing people that are really living to want to create this light on the planet. And so we're seeing some incredible shifts, and with no external investment, only myself and Nuno. We are the only ones that are the investors inside of Lumavite. What does that mean to you? It means we don't have any stuffy, fat old men sitting on some boardroom table telling us what we can and can't do with the funds because they're demanding to get their their dividends and their shares paid out. It means that we can make decisions that are the best thing for our community and the best thing for the people, not the best thing for our shareholders. So that gives us total, means that we the center of our universe and not profits, the organizations and other places. So that's what that means to you, and that's why we point that out. What about in our second year and where we're going? Well, I kind of gave you examples of what some of the other companies are doing. We know that we'll be in this space. I guess the thing is, you're going to be with us. We know this is the realm that we're going to be playing in. Our official launch is July 7. So where we'll have some epic development of some amazing marketing staff, some education platforms. I mean, we've got people like Dr. Tyler LeBaron, who does our education on molecular hydrogen. He is the go-to person in the world for molecular hydrogen. We have like phenomenal Dr. Michelle Patrick, who is literally the doctor to celebrities and stars. Like, she's literally the person that goes out to Hollywood and goes and meets them all and tries to make them better. They've all got a bottle, by the way. I'm not allowed to say, well, she's not allowed to say, I could probably say, but she's not allowed to say it as them, but some pretty epic people. So we're really here. And I guess, this webinar is really about a call to arms, a call to invite you to this space. We're here really believing that we want to collaborate with the best people, creating the best products, sourcing the best education, designing the best platforms to share your genius, to build your freedom, and to help us light up the world. So let's begin. Yeah? Awesome. I've got 3 minutes left, so I'm quickly going to round out with Miami and why you should definitely make sure you get there. In Miami, we are doing this Light and Legacy event. We're so excited about it. Drop some emojis into the chat if you're coming to Miami, because I can't wait to see you all. I know the whole Polish team are now coming to Miami. It's very, very exciting. This is going to be such an incredible event. It's not a conference. It's definitely an experience. It's a transformational experience. It's your opportunity to be surrounded by really some of the most incredible people, to learn from them, and to most importantly, connect with each other and really celebrate with each other. This is going to be a moment in history, and I really want you to all to be a part of it. This is also not only the launch of our head office company and everything that we have there, but also the start of the pre-launch of America. And you want to be inside that space. You really want to be inside the space of the biggest market in the world. And so we have some phenomenal things for you, all of you. Again, it's created with you in mind. It's created with creating an amazing experience for each and every one of you. We have sound things, we have all optional things, we have all of these amazing things for you to be a part of. And of course, our incredible speakers. Of course, we have Nuno Nina, who's going to, share with us some of his wisdom. And we're going to probably drop in some of our new products there. We'll be there too. Regan Hillier, of course, the amazing 8-figure-a-year earner, who's the queen of manifestation. She will be there too. Marissa Peer, who is a phenomenal therapist, a very well-known therapist. If you Google her, you'll see like thousands and thousands of interviews that this incredible woman has done, and how you really break through any kind of limiting beliefs that you might have. She's there to really do that. And she's actually going to do those exercises with you in the event to help you really clear and break through any of the limiting crappy stuff you have in there that's stopping you from stepping into your full potential and full awesomeness. I'll be there, of course. Dr. Michelle Patrick, Tariq Amari, Wampa will be there, Phoebe Coyne, who does some amazing stuff around your own personal PR and branding and how you can really create something special with this project. Dr. Tyler LeBaron, of course, he is the go-to person in molecular hydrogen. The fabulous Kerry Drinkwine, you're going to learn incredible things from this lovely lady sitting next to me. Karina Stewart, she's also going to be dropping in some magic for us too. Zofia will be there as well. Peter, Asha, many, many, many more. I need to update this because we have many more. And then some phenomenal events for you to all be a part of as well. Our welcome events. This is our awards night, and it's going to be phenomenal. Like, creating it has been phenomenal. Okay, and these are parts of the VIP stuff should you wish to belong to it. Our event tickets, the Lumi Pass is $555. That is our general pass. The Platinum Pass is $888, and you get a bottle with it. You get the limited edition Atlantic Blue bottle. So you also get a bottle with that. If you're going to do VIP, if you're like, you know what, this is where I'm at. This is the level I'm decided to play at. I am a VIP all the way kind of person. If you're like that, I was like that. So you get an extra leadership training, you get the Sunset Yacht Cruise that we've got on there, an extra beach dinner plus VIP seating throughout all of it, and a VIP chill out room with all of us, and 2 Atlantic bottles for you to be able to share with whoever it is you want to share with them. We've also created some epic ways for you to build your organization, right? We've added on there some phenomenal business, or not business, could be called business, bonus volume to really help ignite your business. We know that coming to these events is an investment, and we want to invest back into you. We want to invest back into your business. And so I know companies don't do this, but it doesn't matter. We don't do what companies do. I know they don't give you BV for staying in a hotel and all of these things because it would be insane, but it's okay. We're doing things a completely new way. We want to really help you with the investment that you're making and coming here and igniting your business. So you could certainly use this in this space. Breathe, Taryn. 1 minute over. 1 minute over. I tried to get it into the 1 hour. So if there is something inside of here that has really resonated with you, or even a little bit made you curious, then go back to the person who shared this with you. They obviously think there's something about you that they want to work with. So that in itself is it's actually such a blessing that somebody says, you know what, I want to work with you. I want to be on this journey with you. And so if somebody has sent you that invite, it's because there's something they really admire about you and something that they want to connect with you more on. And so go back to that person. If you've got questions around the comp plan, the bottle, anything else, they're going to be able to help you out, be your little tour guide throughout this incredible journey. And the last thing I'm going to say, get yourself to Miami. Thank you. Thank you so much for each and every one of you for spending this hour and a few minutes with me tonight. Thank you, Kerry Drinkwine, for popping into my hotel room.
Yes, I'm just across the hall. It wasn't too hard.
And sharing some of your wisdom as well. We shall see you on the next call. We actually have a very special events call happening on Sunday, the 19th. So a very special events call to help you get your people to Miami, to help you get to Miami, to find incredible ways to get there. So that's a very special call that you can invite whoever you want to have come with you to Miami. They do not need to be a brand partner. So again, if that's also resonating with you, reach out to your person. They're going to be able to connect you with that. We'll have Regan on there, myself on there, Karina on, for all the Kerry, all the rock stars of Luma Vitae. All right. We will see you next time. Bye.